the one new question segment. This is where I either ask Facebook or Twitter somewhere for a question. Now we'll try to answer it using Bill Simmons' trademark Ringer-inspired half-assing their research. And this is only so some of these questions are going to be the idea is to have a new question that people ask me so I can challenge myself and learn something, keep my mind busy, and keep the mental footsteps moving forward. So my friend, Scotty, asked me in the one new question. Let's look at it real quick. Uh-oh. Hold on. We'll go to the trusty phone. Doing all this in real time here. Doing some real time. Normally, I would do this. Hold on. Do this in a different way, but we're using the phone this time. Facebook's been weird all day, by the way. So, the first question I got asked by the homie Scotty Johnson: if you could start any business or own a franchise, what would it be? So I did some research. It's funny. So there's like a whole list of top 10 franchises, and all of them have their pluses and minuses. A lot of new franchises have you have to have at least $100,000. You got to do like a buy-in. McDonald's is really a real estate company where you make money off kind of the margins of the food that gets sold, but with prices going up and labor going up because of basically California is really kind of killing the fast food market by saying that your base salary as a fast food worker has to be $20. As just the fry cook, that guy gets $20 an hour. But that means that you're going to have less people in McDonald's and more automation. Whole different problem. The actual one that I found that had the lowest buy-in cost, but also ironically has the weirdest reputation, is the Snap-on Tools guy. So you can get into Snap-on Tools. Why? Because I still got it pulled up. You can get into Snap-on Tools for because there are a lot of fast food places, Anytime Fitness, travel franchises. Okay, I was wrong. So Superglass Windshield Repairs that has a $15,000 liquid cash thing. That's interesting. Jazzercise has a $2,900 liquid cash thing. But let me go back to the one I found, the super interesting one. So I went to blog.hubspot.com. It's one of the first places I went to. Because the beauty of this question is, I have no idea how any of this is really supposed to work. And so you're going through and I'm learning something. The Snap-on Tools guys, so a lot of people, the joke has been for many a decade that the Snap-on Tools guys kind of works on the same principles like your neighborhood drug dealer. He's bringing you stuff that you want and you don't really want to buy it, but he's like, hey, got the new screwdrivers in, and you're like, well, but what the joke is really is that they get you on this payment plan where you're paying the Snap-on Tools guy X amount of money a month to get these tools. So that's how people end up with a huge cabinet, the big red cabinet, Snap-on Tools. And they're like, ooh, you got your Snap-on Tools cabinet. Let's see if we can get this pull up real quick. But what I did learn is a lot of the initial investments on the bigger franchises are in the hundreds of millions of dollars sometimes for your initial investment. I think McDonald's was because they get a royalty fee of 4%, ad royalty fee of 4%. I'm sitting there okay, well, do I really want to buy into that? I'm gonna franchises to start under 25K. Cruise plans is like $7,000 minimum cash required. Ideal directories. This is hot. Ideal directories start a local business directory and coupon website in your community. The minimum cash required for that is $159. Website builders $149. Like $149 to start that. Let's see here. Crave hot dogs, 150,000. Hold on. See, that's not telling me what I wanted to know. Buy into. I have to do something on my phone real quick. We're gonna cut to the chase. There's a site that says best franchises at low cost. There's a health-based commercial cleaning thing that's $15,000. Let's see, cruise plans was $6,000. There's a bunch of these that are under $25,000, but that's not what the Snap-on Tools franchise is really what I'm trying to find. And yeah, because I saw it and it was like, this is the one to get because it was cheap. Sport clips. There's already a sport clips in a bunch of places. Hold on. Nerd Wallet, I think, was where I found the Snap-on Tools thing. Here we go. Sonic, Duncan, Anytime Fitness. Yeah. So Ace Hardware, the initial franchise fee is $5,000. The Snap-on Tools thing. Here's where the Snap-on Tools is almost kind of like a pyramid scheme. So, the ongoing royalty fee is $125 a month. The initial franchise fee is $8,000 to $16,000, and they have all these have varying liquid cash requirements. But there's the net worth requirement is $37,999 to $55,377. So it's a low end getting in on it. And it seems to make money. There's a pillar to post home inspectors. The initial franchise fee is $21,900. They charge a 7% ongoing royalty fee and a 4% ad royalty fee. And it's home inspections. So that's interesting. It's already 9 minutes. I do my on the other channel, we do like 10-minute videos. We're gonna go over this because this is a very interesting question. The business to start a business from scratch. And what I learned in the research is that it depends on what you're interested in and what you feel like that's a need in your area. But I'll go through the list a little bit. And some of these, like I said, you have more patience for some of these than others. Tutoring, And some of these, I think, like if you have a degree, so probably tutoring would be a bad idea. You can get on Blackboard or Canvas or Buff Tutor. I might look into that. Might be interesting. Bookkeeping, but you have to kind of form an LLC for that if you want to handle other people's finances. Pet care services, car washing came up, drop shipping, dog grooming, copywriting. Number 10 was wedding or events planning. And if you're already if you've done events, I'll see why like doing event planning wouldn't be like a thing we could do. Photographer or videographer. That's just getting into like basically once you get the equipment and launch your website. I mean, so the basic kind of low end on that is you probably get a decent camera for a couple $100 and get some light equipment, but it's doable. Home cleaning, you just want to get bonded and insured for that. Sewing and alterations, I can't sew. College consultant, antique sales, life insurance. Number 19 was life coaching. So it really depends on A, what you have a passion for, and B, kind of what you think your area needs. The area I'm in right now is it's a suburban area, and a lot of these places are around here. I haven't seen an Orange Theory here, and I haven't seen a really good hot dog joint. There's a bunch of local places. I think personally, like if it was me, just in my thinking, something that like I would enjoy doing that will also be I feel like easy-ish to put together. It's just a matter of saving a little money to get it done, and having a few tools. I would like to open like a restaurant, and just do like home cooking. There's a bunch of places, especially in my hometown, you like soul food or like one of the great things that my hometown is known for is having all different types of restaurants. And at one point, we were known for having the most restaurants, churches, and banks per capita anywhere in the United States. But what we don't have is really like a home. There's a bunch of places that say home cooking, but a lot of what I would really talk about is like comfort food, like mom's spaghetti or hamburger steak or collard greens or just hot dogs and hamburgers. Like, you'd be amazed at how many places can screw up a hot dog by just putting a bunch of stuff on it. I'm like, no, just cook the hot dog, whether you want to grill it or boil it or whatever, and then get toppings that are universally like anybody at any kind of given point in the day be like, you know what? I want a hot dog and I want this on it. I wouldn't necessarily be interested in doing Chicago dogs. I've been to places that do like a variation on Chicago dogs with like sauerkraut and a whole bunch of stuff on it. It just depends on what you want to. What I would try to do something where I would try to appeal to the most people, and that's really what you want in any business, no matter what you're trying to do. You're trying to appeal to the most people. A niche audience or a niche group of people that are going to consume whatever you're trying to sell is only going to make you money on the super high end, and once you're catering to a smaller audience, your audience by just general, the way life works, is going to dwindle. So you try to cast a wide net and get as many people. So that's it. That's my first one new question. Thanks, Scotty, for asking me this question. I did get a second new question, which I will now research. That will be the next episode of One New Question. So please like and share and subscribe to this new, to this YouTube channel, because I'm trying to do a bunch of different types of stuff on this side rather than mixtapes and mistakes, which you should also subscribe to for different types of music stuff that I can do over there. So I will bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night. Yeah, I stole that whole thing from Kenny Omega. But we will see you on the next One New Question.